Welcome back to the Libraries and Weight Rooms podcast. My name is DJ Ligori, and today we're on episode number 128, and I'd like to welcome everybody to this new kind of format I got here. Moving into 2024, we are going to have a lot of guests on the show, so I'm very excited to have you guys experience me kind of interviewing other people, specifically kind of in the CrossFit world, and how mental fitness can really apply to the CrossFit sport, and just how we can actually handle challenge in general, because that's really what we aim to do at Acres of Diamonds. And Libraries and Weight Rooms is a brand, or you could say a pillar of Acres of Diamonds, and our general goal is to help people do a better job of managing the challenges that are in their life. And today, what I want to do is I want to go a little solo episode today, and my goal going into these episodes now is I'm going to try to keep these under 10 minutes. I actually literally have my watch on me right here. So that's one of my goals with my single session. So it's going to help me get more brief and brilliant, which is exactly the opposite of what I'm doing right now. But nonetheless, that is what my goal is to for these episodes, so that you guys can get more value out of these quicker. And so what I want to do here is I want to set up a couple scenarios here. I want you guys to imagine you're trying to tell your significant other something that they are doing that is kind of bothering you, and you really don't want to do it. It's uncomfortable, yet if you do it, it's actually going to make your relationship stronger. I want you to think about eating the salad instead of the pizza, grabbing the apple instead of the Cheetos, going to the gym versus actually sleeping in. These are things that we don't necessarily want to do. They are uncomfortable, yet we know that if we do them, they are going to give us more of what we actually want. And so all of the things that we don't want to do are actually the things that we have to do in order to get the things that we want. All of the things that we don't want to do are the things that we have to do in order to get the things that we want. After interviewing, I've done 3 interviews so far this past couple of weeks with individuals on the Libraries and Weight Rooms podcast, and I noticed this trend that we actively look for discomfort, which to me doesn't really sound normal, because don't we want to be comfortable? And I think after listening to their responses, and I'm also curious as to what you guys think, right? Everybody will get to experience the episodes once they start getting released. Yet, I think there is this balance that we have in our life of experiencing not only comfort, yet also discomfort. And I remember Tony Robbins, he said that he asked a question to a mastermind that I was a part of, and he said, what is the one thing that every single human wants? And we all want happiness. We all want to feel happy. And he said, what comes from happiness? Like, what actually produces happiness? And the answer was progress. And I thought that was really interesting, because when we feel like we are making progress in some direction, I genuinely believe that that's actually what makes me happy. It 100%, that makes me happy when I feel like I'm starting in point A and I'm going to point B in a certain direction. That's what I think happiness is. Now, here's the interesting thing. Happiness and this progress that is actually associated to the happiness comes from uncomfortable things, right? I think we actually want to do uncomfortable things because we know that discomfort is going to lead us in a direction of where we feel like we're actually making more progress. I can genuinely say, when I'm sitting on a couch watching a movie or relaxing, am I making progress with my own self-care, right? Yeah, I guess somebody could say that. Am I making progress with my own time to take a little time for myself? Yes, I could also say that as well. Am I making progress, though, with my fitness levels? Am I making progress with my diet? Am I making progress with my business? I would say no. And if I think of it like that, it makes me feel like, all right, what do I need to do that I don't necessarily want to do that's going to help me feel like I'm actually making progress towards something that is important to me? And that's why I kind of outlined, right, telling your significant other something that you don't want to tell them that they're doing that's annoying you, yet it's going to get you closer towards what you want, which is a happy relationship, right? I don't want to eat the salad or the apple. I want to eat the pizza and the ice cream and the cake because that's comfortable and it tastes really good. Yet I know it's not going to get me what I want, which is a healthy body and a healthy mind, right? So I think what I've realized is especially in interviewing a couple people just this past week and just talking to, I think, athletes in general, is that we are actively actually searching for pain and discomfort because we know that it's going to make us feel like we're making more progress, and then that's actually going to attach back to the happiness. So we're actually going to feel happy when we're actually in uncomfortable moments of our life. And I think that is such an interesting thing to think about because discomfort is discomfort. It's uncomfortable. Yet I think what this does is this changes the relationship that we have with uncomfortable things. And so one of the things that I've made a goal of in 2024, and I think I've talked about this in a previous episode, was taking more shots in 2024, specifically from like a business standpoint, reaching out to more people, doing more things that are uncomfortable. Me interviewing people on podcasts, I have not done a ton of those, right? So each time I'm learning, all right, what is the best practices here? I'm actually watching other podcasters to pick up some tips, pick up some ways that they actually interview their guests. And so that's something where I'm taking more shots, right? I'm doing things that I'm trying to actually make myself uncomfortable because I know that that's going to make me think about progress and that's going to actually make me happier. Right? So it's this change of relationship with the things that make us uncomfortable are actually making us feel like we're making more progress. We're learning more. I heard once that awkwardness is a sign of learning. And that was from Chris Voss, who was an FBI interrogator not interrogator, FBI negotiator. Awkwardness is a sign of learning, right? And that discomfort is actually proving that we're making progress. So a good thing to notice in your life, this is something that I'm personally working on, is when we are uncomfortable, when we are in those moments where there is challenge facing us, whether it's internal challenge, we're stressed, we're anxious about something, or it's external challenge, meeting expectations, time management, finances, relationships, right? That is proof that we're actually making progress closer towards whatever it is we want in that specific area of our life. So think about that in your life, right, when it comes to comfort versus discomfort. And if you want to actually have some free coaching on how to handle challenge and discomfort in your life, you can sign up for our free mental fitness coaching tips. This is basically how I personally handle challenge in my life. You can go to librariesandweightrooms.com. These will be under the Acres of Diamonds name. As I mentioned, Libraries and Weight Rooms is a piece of Acres of Diamonds. Yet if you want some daily free coaching, right, people seem to really like these. They're just little stories that I write on how we can actually handle challenge better with things that are pretty relatable to a lot of people. You can go to librariesandweightrooms.com and sign up for your free coaching. So thank you guys so much. I'm at 8 minutes and 23 seconds. I wanted to jam through all of that. Hope you guys got some little nugget or a little piece of value out of this episode. As always, would love if you rated the show and started to, just rate the show, right? I'm just going to ask for just one thing, right? Rate the show if you got some value out of this, because that is how we are going to grow, and that is how we are going to help people improve their mental and physical fitness and the way that we handle hard things. As always, thank you guys so much for your time and your energy. Appreciate you guys very much. And until next time, I will talk to you guys soon. We'll see ya.